Let's talk about David Bell from the University of Purdue. Chef, why don't you start on David Bell?
Yeah, so David Bell is honestly a guy that I feel he's been lost. I mean, a lot of people I don't hear talking about him, but I think he's great wide receiver. Actually, I think he's somebody that is very physical at the catch point. I mean, his he's not physical at blocking. He never gets in the right position to block somebody, but that's okay. We don't count on him to block. But he changed direction really well. His route running is crisp. I really do like what he does off the line. I'm curious to see what he's going to do when he's up against some more athletic corners that are going to jam him a little more. So I'm interested to see how he's going to work on that because I didn't see too much in the film. So that's something I'm interested in seeing from him. His yak is incredible. It's hard to take this guy down. He can juke you out your shoes as well. And he runs physical. He gets as many yards as he can, and he does his best to get his team in better positions. And he's always moving his feet. So I really do like him a lot. I mean, he's been really good. I mean, he's been playing behind Rondell a little bit, but I mean, he's just forgotten about. And I think going into the draft season, a little bit closer to that, I think he's going to be a name to watch, and I think he's going to be somebody that if people don't start talking about him, you can get him later, and you're going to be very happy in the NFL and in fantasy. So be on the lookout for him. I would love to see him in Green Bay. I think he'd be a good fit there, especially if Devontae Adams leaves. I think he'd be good, but if Devontae Adams somehow stays and Aaron Rodgers stay, sky is the limit for that guy.
Yeah, I like David Bell too. I think he prototypes to me as an outside wide receiver in the NFL. He's got good hands. Routes are pretty good. Comes back to the ball really well. Yeah, he is hard to bring down, Chev. You're right. I wouldn't say he's elusive. I would say he's just a physical receiver when he gets the ball in his hands, which is good. You know, you need guys like that.
Yep.
If you're trying to close the game out and you're running the ball, but you flip a quick pass to this guy and then he's hammered defensive back. So you got to wear the opposing team down. So these things are all important. I think he's pretty smooth. I mean, one of the things that, and it's really not really a knock on him, but his stats seem to be just hindered by his quarterback. You know, I'm not really seeing some very good quarterback play from Purdue. He's a good contested catch receiver as well. I didn't think he was very good on screens, however. But hopefully a good coach sees that and doesn't try to force the issue. So
a lot of slants.
But that's good. You know, a coach does see like, okay, this is what you're good at. This is what our quarterback is capable of. Let's do this to keep the ball moving, keep our offense on the field. So that's a good thing. Chev, I pretty much agree with everything you say. I think he could be a value. He's a guy I don't want people to talk about because I want to scoop him up as late as possible and stash him, to be honest with you.
He's 6'2", 205. You know, he projects as a pretty good size for the NFL. And the production is there recently. Looking back at his recent games, if he played against Northwestern last week and he had 12 receptions for 100 yards, but in the 2 games before that against number 4 Ohio State and number 3 Michigan State, so 2 games against top 5 opponents, he combined for 22 receptions for 320 yards. Doesn't matter where you're playing, that's really, really good. So the production is there. You know, I think that's what some people were waiting for because he had a really productive freshman season, but then really struggled last year during the COVID season. Even without Rondale Moore, you know, he just didn't seem to handle that wide receiver 1 position very well. But this year, definitely looking much better.